Hello, welcome to Autech Sushi Robots. Today we'll be guiding you through how to use the ASM260A Maki cutter. The 260A makes cutting sushi rolls incredibly easy. All you need to do is place the uncut roll on the cut base, press and hold the two buttons, and the 260A will move the sushi rolls through its inner cutter unit. Depending on which cutter unit you have, the roll will appear on top, cut in either 6, 8, or 10 pieces. Let's start by learning how to disassemble and reassemble the 260A. First, make sure that the 260A is in its starting position, with the front cover closed and the cut base at the bottom of the machine. If it is not, with the power on, press one of the start button to return it to this position. Then, turn the power off. If it is in the correct position, hold the bottom portion of the front cover and tilt it away from the machine to remove it. The top cover will close automatically when you remove it, so be sure to watch your fingers. Next, let's remove the cutter unit. Flip up the small cover locks near the main shaft to release the cutter unit. Hold the cutter unit by the handles, tilt it away from the machine and pull it out to remove it. Keep in mind that the blade side is on the opposite side of the handles. The blades of the cutter unit are very sharp, so be careful. Remove the cut base next by tilting it upwards and lifting it. Finally, we remove the dust tray by lifting it up and pulling it out. Great, that covers the disassembly. To reassemble, we'll start by sliding the dust tray back into the unit so the front hook sits nicely on the front shaft. Next, hook the cut base into the grooves of the upper lift shaft and tilt it back into place. Now let's get the cutter unit ready. First, check the tension of the blades. If you notice the blades feel loose and wobbly, tighten them up by adjusting the screws on the top of the frame. Use a Phillips head torque driver set to 30 cm to tighten each of the screws equally. Doing so will ensure rice is cut evenly and protect the life of the blades. Spray an even coat of special Autech sunflower seed based oil on both sides of the blade to ensure rice cuts around the blade cleanly and does not stick. Pick up the cutter unit by the handles. Again, be careful not to touch the blades on the back side of the frame. Set the cutter unit's bottom hooks into the grooves of the main frame shaft, then lean it back so the top hook catches onto the fixing bosses. Finally, we'll install the front cover by hooking it onto the edges of the main unit shaft next to the cutter unit and tilting it back into place. Note that the top portion will automatically swing back out. Now, your 260A is ready for operation. Let's get to cutting some sushi rolls. The 260A is pretty versatile and efficient. Depending on the size of the roll, it can cut multiple at the same time. With its large cut base, the 260A can actually cut two medium-sized rolls like inside-out uramaki rolls at the same time. To start, turn on the machine by pressing the power button. It should light up white to tell you it's on. Next, set the uramaki side by side onto the cut base, as far back onto it as possible. Now press and hold both start buttons at the same time until the 260A stops moving. Once it stops and the sushi rolls appear at the top of the unit, release the buttons and remove your precisely cut rolls from the cut base. Return the cut base to its starting position by pressing and releasing either of the start buttons, and you're ready to cut your next rolls. The 260A's upward cutting mimics the movement of a chef's knife. Therefore, you're also able to cut rolls with toppings on them. The large cut base can cut 4 small rolls like hosomaki all at once. Stack up the rolls with 2 on the cut base and 2 sitting on top. Then press and hold the 2 buttons. Just like with the other rolls, all 4 hosomaki will appear at the top of the machine, ready to be plated. Taking care of the 260A is easy to do. All the removable parts, the front cover, cutter unit, cut base, and dust tray must all be washed in the sink with light detergent or dish soap, a soft sponge, and warm water. Again, be careful when cleaning the cutter unit. We recommend setting the blade down flat with the handles up into a tray of warm water to soak. After letting it sit for a couple of minutes, softly scrub off any remaining food particles without flipping to the blade side. The main unit is cleaned using a damp cloth. Wipe everything down, including the back panel and all the shafts. Give extra attention to the dark front cover sensor on the side of the unit. And that covers the operation and maintenance of the ASM260A Maki cutter. If you ever have any questions, consult the operation manual or give us a call. Thank you for choosing Autech.